Okay, we had a Hercule episode for Dragon Ball Super. Don't get me wrong, I love Hercule. He's a cool character. I get a good laugh from him every time he tries to lie and try to figure out an excuse of how he has to go to the toilet. I like Hercule. He's not one of those characters I'm really annoyed with. But this episode, it was just a Hercule episode, dealing with Hercule and him trying to tell the story of what happened with the God of Destruction, Beerus. And I gotta say, like, I really hope, which, judging by the preview of next week's episode, it's not gonna be like this. Still, I really hope Toei Animation doesn't do this after every arc. For instance, use Hercule in a way to do, previously on Dragon Ball Super. You know the narrator of Dragon Ball Z, like, every time you'd start Dragon Ball Z English dub, I remember always hearing it when I got my VHSs, like, previously, or last time on Dragon Ball Z, Boo is kicking the shit out of Vegeta, just, you know, different things like that. I remember that, and that's kind of what this episode felt like to me. It felt like a way for Toei Animation to do a recap on everything, but in a comedic fashion. And personally, I wasn't feeling it. I wasn't feeling it. Comedy is subjective, of course. I personally was not feeling it, because I want to know more about Goku's Super Saiyan God. I want to know more about how Vegeta gets Super Saiyan God. You know, all these different questions I've had after watching the Resurrection of Frieza, and then Battle of Gods, and then seeing, you know, Dragon Ball Super. I have many questions I want answered, especially finding out more about how Emperor Pilaf, you know, like, what type of role does he have with Frieza? Like, how did, you know, they contact Emperor Pilaf in the Resurrection of Frieza movie? So, there's a lot of questions I have, and so I wonder if we're going to get those, because next week, we're getting into an episode that's going to be focusing around Vegeta. And Vegeta is going to be contacting Whis to be able to train. Like, he's contacting Whis to train. So, we're finding out that the reason how Goku and Vegeta get to the God of Destruction Beerus' place in the Resurrection of Frieza's movie is through Vegeta. Vegeta contacts Whis. So, I'm going to assume he's probably going to contact him with some form of food, because judging by the way the preview of next week's episode was, you see Vegeta holding an egg and different type of food. So we're going to get to see cooking with Vegeta. I'd rather have episodes like that than what we got this week. I'm sorry. I'd rather just see Vegeta doing shit like that than seeing Hercule episodes, because I got enough of Hercule in the Cell Saga. There's a lot of Hercule in the Cell Saga, and seeing him do this, just like... Now, take it how you leave it, episode of Dragon Ball Super, it was just, it was okay. It was just flat average, just average. It was a way for Toei Animation to just do a recap, but in a comedy way. So, yeah, that's my thoughts. There's not really much to talk about, honestly, there isn't. So tell me your thoughts in the comments below. You all have a wonderful day or night wherever you live. Please be safe. Chibi out.